YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So, someone has leaked to the media and it is regarding Meghan and Harry's latest New York tour, and allegedly Meghan Markle was actually witnessed screaming at her personal stylist, who has subsequently been fired by Meghan due to the negative reviews of her latest New York looks on her fake royal tour in New York. So this is rather interesting, and it's not really something that is unexpected, because we know that Meghan Markle has gotten a lot of bad press regarding the way she looked and also how much money she spent on her outfits and how tone deaf her whole look was. So I'm going to get into the source, and then I'm going to obviously, as I always do, drop my thoughts. Meghan Markle has hit the roof and fired her personal styling and makeup team during a private PR meeting and over numerous phone calls. Reports have leaked that Meghan flew off the handle and has fired her whole styling team. She immediately got on the phone after her final New York outing to her personal male stylist, who is a new recent addition to her team going forward, and told him that he done a terrible job with her looks and with her clothing choices, and that he has made her likability even worse, and she wishes to never work with him again. She was also overheard screaming down the phone that she isn't going to be wasting any more money on someone who doesn't know how to read her body right and who doesn't fully understand the job assignment. How could he have recommended high-priced clothing items to parade around in some of the most impoverished parts of New York, one of them being Harlem? Meghan has been enraged with reports that her fashion is tone deaf and disconnected. She feels as though her new stylist is the one to blame, along with a few other styling members on her team. One insider said that she was screaming so much at the top of her voice and her face was all puffy and red when she got out of the room and had finished. And I'm assuming that the person who witnessed all of this was probably her personal assistant. It could have been one of the housekeepers or one of the housemaids. And it is definitely something that is within character, because we know that she has these fits, we know that she has these episodes, and we know that she is very hot-tempered. She has revealed this personally in so many words, especially when she reacted to reports online during the pandemic about how unpopular she is and how uninterested the public is, and she actually fumed that people who use social media are social media addicts, and she also basically fumed in saying that she doesn't have a profile on social media, and anyone that does, basically needs their head testing and they need help, because the reality of it is that she doesn't like to hear anyone's opinion that is contrary to her own, that is also unfavorable to her public image. She is also said to have fired her new makeup artist on the spot in New York after arguing with Harry and putting him on silent treatment for a whole 1/3 of their tour. She is said to have really ripped into her and reduced her to tears. Now I'm going to stop there. Reports did leak across all of the gossip magazines that her and Harry actually spent quite a large proportion of their tour, which was only 3 days, fighting, and it actually resulted in Harry being put into silent treatment for a whole 24 hours, which is something that I think Harry is accustomed to. I definitely think that obviously they have an unbalanced power dynamic, him being quite vulnerable, him being quite needy, him always seeking Meghan Markle's approval. Of course, he's ditched his entire family and his social circle for her, for this relationship, for this newfound fame that she has always wanted in America. So everything is on her terms, it's on her grounds, and therefore it doesn't surprise me in the least that he would have put up with this silent treatment. So she reduced the makeup artist to tears. She was in floods of tears when she was fired, and that was on the final day of the New York publicity circuit. Meghan Markle's wardrobe was underwhelming, and it was shocking for all of the wrong reasons. Because of the cost of the items that she chose to wear in front of some of the most impoverished people in America. So it continues on. She now knows that they are not going to be able to turn their likability around, and her fashion being mocked has not gone down too well. She feels humiliated and at a loss as to what she should do next. She's taken it all out on her new team members, who pass through like a revolving door. The insider leaked that no one is hanging around for long, and there's always a new addition being interviewed because the lifespan of working for Meghan and Harry is extremely short. It hasn't improved since they left the UK because their demands are unreachable and unrealistic. Meghan is said to be fully aware of the unequal power balance between her and her team members. She knows that since the pandemic, the hospitality and entertainment industry is at an all-time low, so millions of people will gladly replace those who walk out. Meghan Markle is said to also be aware that she has a mole on her team who has been consistently leaking to the media. She's not sure whether it's one of her staff members at the Montecito mansion or whether it's one of her personal assistants, but she's not too fussed about that person leaking for the time being because her turnover rate is extremely high, and her desperation to come back into the good graces of the British public and the American public is so strong that it's not an issue that she really wants to waste her time on right now. Summarize, it's quite awful really, and it's not the first time. Of course, she was accused by Buckingham Palace, royal aides at Buckingham Palace when her and Harry were serving as senior members of the royal family, of insulting, humiliating and bullying staff members, i.e. by contacting them at 5 a.m. with demands and requests. And it seems as though Meghan Markle's working style is not conducive to what the average person in the industry is used to. She's very harsh, she's very much draconian in her ways, and therefore a lot of people do not last very long. There you have it, guys. Her team has been fired, so there's going to be a new change of hands, and I'm curious as to who can actually give Meghan Markle what she wants and make this woman happy. With all that being said, guys, I'll be back with another video. Bye.